Black History Arlington Cemetery. Over 400,000 people are buried here. That's soldiers, that's family dependents, and foreign nationals. One of the first black pilots in the United States military, he was one of the last living Tuskegee Airmen. He had 409 combat missions in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. Who am I talking about? General Charles McGee. Donald Charles Young was a West Point graduate and the first honorary member of the Megaside Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Now I said general, but if you look at his tombstone, it actually says colonel. And here's why. See, white officers did not want to have a black commanding officer. So, they said that he was unfit for service. Well, Charles Young showed him. He rode his horse 497 miles from Little Force, Ohio to Washington, D.C. And still, they said he wasn't fit. However, in 2022, they finally made him a general. The man, the myth, the legend. General Colin Powell was a soldier in the United States military for 35 years. He did 2 tours in Vietnam. He was awarded the Bronze Star and a Purple Heart. He also became the youngest and the first Black American Joint Chiefs of Staff and the first Black American Secretary of State. Matthew Henson did 7 polar expeditions in 23 years, but was the first person to ever actually reach the North Pole. He died in 1955 and was buried in New York. But in 1988, President Ronald Reagan made an exception to the National Cemetery's burial policies and had him and his wife re-entombed right here. He was a surgeon, a Civil War veteran. He's the first Black American hospital administrator in U.S. history. And he's the first Black American faculty member at Howard University. Dr. Alexander Thomas Augusta went to medical school in Canada because no white medical school would accept him here. And upon completion and graduation with honors, he applied to the Army to be a surgeon, and they turned him down because of the color of his skin. So, he wrote Abraham Lincoln a letter. He went to D.C. to plead his case. And the U.S. Army's board agreed to test him, and he tested off the chart. And they hired him, entering at the rank of major. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to all active and former military service members from RevGale.com. As a retired USMC and Navy veteran couple, we deeply appreciate your dedication and sacrifice. Thank you for your service.